Welcome to Mic Check Waifu Waifu.
Mic check, waifu, Taliano, is that you?
It is, and it's midterms.
This is episode 361 of Mic Check Waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Patreon. Patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu is where you can get early access to the video version of this podcast, where you get access to the Patreon exclusive podcast, the After Stories. We get access to the pre-show, which goes live 2 days before this episode airs. Thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. To the Patreon producers, explicitly Fear, Simi Sensei, Frozen, T Money, fingers. Dad Needs to Talk. Shout out Dad Needs to Talk podcast. Check out Dad Needs to Talk podcast. Christian the Archivist, aka Death Scythe, Rob Stone, Matthew H. the Great, and last but certainly not least, TK Does RPGs. Thank you so much for producing this and many other episodes of the podcast. I say that because I've been playing a lot of RPGs lately.
I saw you playing a lot of Warframe.
No, that's a multi-purpose. I've been playing a lot of Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I just got Neo 3 recently because it was on sale.
You just put 1,000 hours into Grand Blue, didn't you?
Nah, not yet.
1,000 hours with 10 trophies?
Not yet. No, I got almost most of the base game trophies. They just released a new expansion pack, so it's a bunch more new trophies for it recently. But I digress. This is the Anime Podcast brought to you every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, where we bring you anime seasonal topics, discussion, reviews, more on that later, and much more. Thank y'all so much for supporting us. We appreciate you. Check out our YouTube channel. We did put the video version on Spotify now, which I thought it's a lot more complicated than I thought, but again, shout out to Lipsit for getting us approved on Spotify partnership so we can put the video up day and date without losing anything. So I appreciate them for that. It's very complicated, but I digress. Anyway, Tell, as we start off every episode of Mic Check Waifu, this week, what was your episode of the week? You said you already had it.
Yeah. I think last week I chose something different.
Yeah.
But this week, bro, I'm just gonna say this. This is such a great anime. Such an enjoyable anime. And I do gotta go back and check out the dubs. But though I am an Inept Villainess, it's one of the easiest, most enjoyable watches I got this season.
Yeah. It's
so hard to pick anything over it. Mind you, I think like Old Country Bumpkin even had a last couple of good episodes. There's been quite a few anime that had like really good episodes, but this is the one I feel like I really want people to watch this season. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it to it again, though I am an Inept Villainess.
And I'm gonna just leave that by itself. I'm gonna do that as well. The show's fantastic. Now, hear me out. This is what I got to say about that. I watched episode 3 and enjoyed it so much. And this is why I tell you have to try the dub. The reason why you have to try the dub and what it has different from the sub, because after I watched episode 3, I'm like, I can't not watch the rest. Like it just where it left me, I caught up. I'm caught up on Inept Villainess. And it is definitely my episode of the week as well. So for that particular reason. But I'm gonna say this. The reason why I say the dub you should give the dub a try is because what it does and what we can't ascertain because we are English speakers natively is the way that it shows the two different voices. When Shu's inner monologue is speaking, it's her original Ren's voice, and when Ren's inner monologue is her outward, when Shu's real voice that's speaking inside of Shin, you'll know when you watch it. It's speaking. It's her different voice. It's just so well done that it's like it immerses you way more into the show because of that aspect of it. And the way
because they would be hearing it in their own voice.
They
know
would be
what I mean?
hearing it in their own. You're exactly right. And that's why it makes the dub that much better for me personally. The dub is, I think, better for this watch, but the show is too good. I can't wait. Like, I just can't wait anymore. I got to be caught up because it's just that good. Like, this is the first time where I'm impatient enough to where I won't just settle for the dub, even though the dub, in my opinion, is better. Truly.
And I believe you. I'm actually very impressed that you said forget it. I'm just gonna go ahead and watch it, and I'm happy because
I had to.
Now I feel justified that I'm not like just gushing over this show because I was already like, I don't care. I think I'm right. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I think I'm right.
It's
but
definitely,
now I feel justified in it.
It's and we're gonna talk about this a little bit later when we get to the grades. But it's definitely the best show this season. By a lot. By a lot, actually. But before we get into that, the conversation on the mood was a very good one last week. So I figured we kind of rinse around back on that topic just for a little bit here because we got some community thoughts on it. And I think I'm going to start off with Rob Stone's comment, and it's going to be more from Rob Stone later, and y'all learn why soon. But Rob Stone comment says, the right mood is absolutely key to starting a new show. Oh, sorry. Let me get some context for the people who may have missed last week's episode. Last week's episode was about anime mood. And we learned that a lot of our community right now in this particular aspect, and maybe you even listening to this podcast right now, is kind of like in a slump of anime right now, where you obviously love anime because you're listening to this podcast. But not only do you love anime, but just right now, for some reason, you can turn on an anime and sit through it and try to watch it, but it just ain't clicking with you. And that is just a mood that happens to every last one of us, big fans of anime, every once in a while. And we had the conversation on what kind of like mood you have to be in to kind of watch that stuff. So that's what the main topic was last week. Go check out that episode if you haven't. It was a great episode, I think, personally. Biases aside, but Rob Stone commented on that episode and said on a YouTube video, just like you can, he says the right mood is absolutely key to starting a new show or even continuing with a show you already like. This season, it took me a while to restart Polar Opposites, despite the fact that I knew despite the fact that I knew for a fact I would love it again. I just couldn't get into the right frame of mind to start it. Sometimes you just power through a great show and that can get you back into the mindset as you watch it. But sometimes it means you won't give it a fair shot. And he says, it's a shame that you aren't in the right space to draw this a go. But to be honest, it's safer to just wait until you are in the right mood or to give it a shot rather than just dismiss it out of hand because you tried to force it. And I think that last part is key because if I'm watching something in the mood where I'm not in the mood to watch it, what's the word I'm looking for? My comprehension level of that particular show, which is always there. I always give, even if I know it's slop, I always give every anime show that I watch the most comprehensive viewing of I possibly can, objectively speaking. Right. And if I'm not in the mood, I won't do that. And it will lead me to then prejudge a show or to watch it like very lackadaisical and not give it a fair shot. And that could ruin the entire show for me, which is a huge problem. So I will refuse to do that to a show that I think I know I would like, then just wait for it.
And I would even say, like, I would go as far as to say, when you want to give a show a good chance, you got to do all the things that you got to do all the things that make sense to make you in the best mood to present that show to yourself, right? Yeah. Like, for instance, I know, and we just talked about this, we both like I Am an Inept Villainess, right? Oh, I love it. If there's a show I'm probably not super excited to watch, it could be a detractor to watch though I Am an Inept Villainess, and watch it. But I could also be in such a good mood after watching it that it gives me that frame of mind to say, you know what, I can give this a shot right now because I've been satiated or I'm just in that good mood because of what I just enjoyed. So sometimes you got to set the mood to get the mood to enjoy something or even give it a shot.
Yeah. To move on to more of the community, because I think this is pertinent too, is I've been so burnt out with all the things that I almost forgot y'all's annie list was in turmoil. Oh, that was in reference to a comment I made about our continuing shows on their annie list, but we gonna skip past that. He said, but I'm glad I sparked the topic with being in the mood for things, which y'all said made sense. Mine is mixed with being burnt out and in a slump. And I said, and I replied to her saying, do you think anything this season can snap you out of that mood wise? And she says, I have shows that I'm excited to turn on. The Ogre's Bride, The Oblivious Saint, Victoria, and Olivia Lady's God are probably the big four, but I kind of have to force myself to turn stuff on. Once it's on, I'm okay for the most part, especially because I've paused the shows that I truly didn't feel like turning on, so it no longer feels as forced, if that makes sense, which it definitely does. Because a lot of times, when I do brute, there is maybe, I would say, one show that I brute force on, and that's Hananori's. Still wants to fight in the next life. That's one that I force myself to turn on.
Yeah.
But everything else, I'm kind of in the flow state right now with all the other shows with the days that they come out and stuff, that I can kind of do 3 at a time each day throughout the week and be okay. But yeah, man, I think it has a lot to do with the burnout and in a slump. Do you consider those to be two different things?
I guess
so.
They can coincide, right?
Right. Two things can be true.
So let's say, for instance, last season we just had so many good anime, bro.
Yeah.
And then we jumped to this season. We had some time to digest a little bit, but we also just came out of so much energy that maybe we need a palate cleanser. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what is the palate cleanser for this?
A bunch of mid shows.
Right. A bunch of mid shows, but then we might get like, ugh. Yeah, I think one of the issues you get presented with that slump versus like burnout thing is that this anime this season could be in a slump, even though I'm not going to specifically say it is. I think there's a decent amount of good shows right now, right?
I'm feeling a lot better.
But I also think that it could be the energy of the shows, like how the shows, like what are these shows, right?
Yeah.
So I think I said, and maybe you agree with me, specifically this season, I'm not too amped on turning on some of these action anime. Yes, Bleach is always a joy to watch.
Yeah.
Yes, Jobless Reincarnation is always a joy to watch.
Absolutely.
ReZero, when it comes back, is always going to be a joy to watch. But I also know that these shows I'm not strictly watching for action all the time.
Yeah.
Like Bleach, yeah, I'm watching for the action. Let's be honest here.
True.
But when it comes to just about everything else, I'm not specifically looking for action and locked into action. So you do need something that is, God, I'm not gonna say sour, but something that clears out, that creates a stark contrast into what you were watching before. Maybe that'll clean it out.
I got Mazer says, I'm definitely dealing with this too. There's plenty of good shows I know I could watch and enjoy, but my mood just hasn't been there. There are a few that I am excited for, but the rest are just things to fill time. And I think that's, for me personally, I'm a man of usually of little routine, but now I have a routine because I have a dog that I've been training recently. So I've been coming up with a routine that makes that easier on me, right? Because again, raising a dog from scratch, from literally zero. I know it sounds like an anime title. Raising a dog from literally zero. It's a lot.
Yes. That'll be a great isekai.
So what I do is, and this is slightly personal, I guess, but I wake up with my wife, and she's getting ready to head out for the day. I'm getting ready to head out for the day. We get our stuff together. I get the dog together to go out to walk her down to her car for work. As soon as we go down, I spend about 30 minutes outside, let him run around, sprint, get his little morning energy out. Then I come right back in the house upstairs, and I turn on whatever anime releases that day. And that's why the the way the anime releases lately has been perfect because it's been 3 to 4, maybe 5 throughout the weekday. And I just kind of binge through as much as that as I possibly can in the morning time because it's kind of like super early when we get up. So I kind of binge through that as much as I can. And as I'm doing that, that is what's like filling my mood because I know at that time the dog is either, in the house playing with his toys or something like that. And I'm just watching him when I'm feeding him breakfast and stuff like that. So while that's all happening, I got anime on and I'm watching it. So that kind of keeps me out of a slump because it kind of forces me to be up to, play with the dog, to train the dog, etc. But then to Major's point, it's the perfect thing to fill time. Then after that, I take a nap because I'm an old man. When I get up from my nap, I start with anime again, and then I start doing my other regularly daily routines. Either stuff with the editing the podcast, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I think having a time a set block to where you could try to fit something in would make the slump less pertinent. Does that make sense? I hope I just didn't ramble for no reason, but I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes it alleviates the pressure of that slump. Yeah,
exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get to.
And that's I don't know how many of y'all know this. I imagine y'all can probably assume, but I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was like 3 years old, not 3 years old, and I was in 3rd grade. And sometimes I'm very good at making a schedule, but then when I deviate from my schedule, my whole day is messed up. I'm not gonna lie to you. But that attributes to like what Polo was saying. If I stay on my schedule, what is in my brain for what my schedule look like for that day, everything is perfect. Even like the anime I'm going to watch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I think that's a great way to go about it too. If you have a schedule, that's going to keep you on point. Me on the other hand, sometimes I got kids and I got to rely on my schedule and stuff like that. They're not as
flexible.
I'm not going to say flexible because I was thinking about your dog, right? Because I know dogs can be a handful.
But they're a creature of habit, though. So once they get into a routine, if you can get them in that routine, it's kind of smooth sailing from there. Yeah. We have our issues from time to time, though. But so you're right about that. Dude, this is what I say. I say, if you can carve out a block to where you're like, okay, I'm about to sit down and look at my annie list, because I'm telling you, using the airing section of AniList makes it so much easier. When you see that red notification and you look at AniList, you're like, okay, what do I have here that has that red notification under the airing section? Once you look at that section and you say, oh, this show dropped a new episode, let me just turn it on and make sure it's a show you absolutely know you're gonna love. Rather if it's reincarnated as a slime or just,
they was cooking this week too.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my God. Ghost in the Shell or Victoria of Many Faces, or if you like us and you're watching Inept Villainess, which you should be, I'm going to recommend it now. And Crystal, you have to add it to your list. Have to. Oh, she does. She's watching it too. Like the shows that you know you are specifically going to love. Turn that on, and once you turn that on, your adrenaline may start pumping, like Maz does. Like after I watch Inept Villainess, I want to keep going. I want to find something else to watch, even if it's some bullshit mid. Like after I do that, I turned on Inept Villainous. I turned on some other stuff, and I'm like, it's not great, but I'm kind of in that flow. I'm in that mood now to watch more. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I break myself out of it. Give that a try and let us know if that works. To go to our producer, Dad Needs to Talk from Dad Needs to Talk podcast. Check out Dad Needs to Talk podcast. He says, just listen to the episode. And I wanted to say it was a great topic of discussion. The mood thing made me think of it like food. I enjoy lobster and steak, but sometimes a burger or pizza is just as reliable. Reliable comfort food. Like, yeah, there's better food I could be eating, but sometimes you want old reliable,
right?
Where you ain't got to go. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm laughing because this is the first time I read it. Where you ain't got to go do a whole bunch of prep. That's a fact. I can't eat none of that lobster stuff, but I get exactly what you mean.
Oh. I be forgetting about that.
Yeah, I'm allergic to shellfish. Anyway,
can't even be in the room with it.
It'll kill me. And he said, as for myself, I talk about it often, but I have gotten to the point where I'm okay with pausing shows, games, etc. If I'm not feeling it, sometimes a show might not be for you, And now, it might not be for you now, but it might hit different at a later point. My time is going to be extra precious. Sorry, extra precious. I gotta get close because this font is so small. Over the next couple of years, I just finished back to school shopping this fall. I have 3 juniors and 1 8th grader. Oh goodness, and a 3rd grader. And my oldest son occasionally travels the country for basketball throughout the year. So, yeah.
Oh, sheesh.
Oof. Damn, Dad needs to talk.
I'm telling you, he got 5.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, his time is gonna be precious. So yeah, you gotta pick and choose what you watch.
Yeah, make sure it's special.
It gotta be. Man, respect to Dad needs to talk, and then he still do episodes of his show too, which I still think is the most incredible talent to sit there and talk to yourself for an hour. But it's such a joy to listen to. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. We did get one response from Threads too, because I decided to post on a social media site for the first time and
I saw that.
God knows how long. Shout out to It's Just Henry, who actually was a listener for a while. He says, whenever I feel like that, I just take a break from it. And it could be that simple, but yeah, I think people that listen to this podcast know that anime is literally the thing that pulls us out of everything. It's the perfect escapism from life. And when you don't have access to that escapism, it could be rough on your mental, in my personal opinion. At least for me personally. Like,
yeah,
I need it.
Yeah, there's that thing, like, so you do a lot throughout the day, right? You think about how much you have to do throughout the day for first. I'm not gonna say everybody, right? Everybody got their own like struggles and whatnot. But like for me, just like Dad, I got 4 kids, and I want to be a good husband, and I want to make sure I'm physically healthy, and I also want to make sure I'm working and bringing money into the house. I'm also want to make sure I'm still doing school, and I'm doing well on that. So I got all these different plates in front of me, and I got to eat off of each one. So you got to make sure that the things that you're focusing on are actually attributing to your mental health and that well-being as well, because if you suck mentally, right, everything else is going to fall apart. So it's that mind state is once again pivotal.
100%. And yeah, like that needs to talk said, it is okay with pause and stuff. Like right now I got Jaguar. I know I want to watch that because that first episode was brilliant. And Draw This Then Die. Like I gotta give that a try, but I just can't do it right now. No matter how many times I try. I even tried again this week. I just like, I don't want to watch it. And I just turned it off. I'm like, I gotta give it I want to give it a real shot. So
right, same.
And I find that to be really important. Okay, let's move on. That topic is spent 22 minutes on it. All right. There's one thing I want to announce is next week we are going to be doing a review. Okay. Shout out to our guy Mazer, who gave us a list in our review recommendation section in our Discord. He said some of these I might have missed or been asked about before, but he gave us a list of things. And he did pretty good because these are all shorter shows that we could watch, maybe except for Akira. I think Akira is a little bit longer, but maybe it's not. But I digress. But here's this list of recommendations he gave. Now, you can always put it in here. Even if we don't pick it now, there's always a chance we pick it later. Like TK has quite a few recommendations that we could pull from too. But Mazer has Bartender, Glass of God. We watched that in the season, but we didn't review it, so that could be a good one. Apocalypse Bringer, we didn't review that one. Akira, Sword of the Demon Hunter, Ancient Magnus Bride Season 1, which we didn't we watched for the season that it came out for this show, but we didn't review it. My Dress Up Darling, Chivalry of a Fell Knight, we did review, so I'm gonna cross that one off the list. And if you're unsure of what we reviewed, there is a docket inside of our Mic Check Waifu review scale channel where you can see a list of all the shows. We update it every time we do a review. So you can see a full list here. No Belize, which
A Polo will not like that. I'm telling you now.
I'm gonna tell you now. I am not even gonna give it a snowball chance in hell. So that one's getting crossed off. But Returners Magic should be special. That was a pretty good show. We did watch that one during the season it came out. It could be a good one to release. Secrets of the Silent Witch could be also a good one to review too. Now these recommendations are great. We have these in this list. It's going to be here forever. We are always going to keep this list here. But I have a suggestion.
What's that, bro?
To make our life easier. The Demon Slayer movie is finally on Crunchyroll, which is Infinity Castle. Did you watch it yet?
Nope.
Me either.
I've been waiting.
So, why not watch it and review it this week?
Let's make it happen. Say less, because Chunk been waiting to watch it too.
Oh, yeah?
So me and Apollo can watch that together. You just gave me a reason to sit down with my son for a couple hours.
There we go. I'm so sad my wife just knows nothing about Demon Slayer because it would have been a great movie to watch with her as well.
I will also say this. Akira, I'm pretty sure they're talking about the movie Akira.
Oh, Akira. Oh, Akira or Akira? Am I tripping? Oh,
Akira. It's that, you know what I mean? But
the movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they talking about. But Demon Slayer, I'm down for that. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
Okay. So yeah, we got these in the list forever though. So we will revisit these in another midterms or even during a time where we ain't got shit else to do, like a short season or something. We can review multiple things. But so yeah, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. We are finally going to watch it and review that one. Moving on. Midterms. Now I have a special idea for midterms, and this is what midterms for us, the podcast specifically, is going to be. Going forward. We talked about it in the pre-show. So those who have access to that on our patreon.com/mycheckwifewife who already know what it's about to be. But we are going to do the mid-season review based off of an idea that I got based off of one of our producers. Shout out to Rob Stone. Rob Stone has coined now 2 topics or categories within the show, which next week we're going to do his other category. Which is his the Set in Stone list, top 5 must watches. We're gonna do that next week, but this week we are going to grade, and we're going to call it. We're going to grade using the scale that he uses, or using the way that he does. Everybody uses A, B, C, D, but the way that he does it makes it a lot more manageable and palatable to digest and kind of go through quickly. So we're going to call this Rob's Rubric. That's a tongue twister, though. Rob's Rubric is going to be the way we are going to grade stuff now. So the way he does it, which is freaking cool, is all he do is he just sets it up in category. So A, and then he takes every show that's he rates at A and put it in that A category. Then he goes to B. Every category that he rates at B puts in that category. C, et cetera, et cetera. Instead of going through individual shows one at a time and then rating them and giving them scores, we're just going to take each show that we feel is an A and put it in A, and each score that we feel is a B and put it in B. So starting off, I said we work bottom up with the Rob's Rubric scale. So starting from, either D, F, C, and then B, and then A, and then A plus. We actually have an A plus. So I'm going to do that while simultaneously trying to add crystals and Rob Stones. And I think Mazers is in a different episode, though. You know what? I'm gonna save Mazers. If Mazers want to give us next week, he can, because I don't know if his scores changed. So to be fair to him, we are going to use crystals and Rob Stones for now.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to interchange them. So starting off with the lowest score. You got anything in the F category, Till, this season?
Not that I'm actively watching.
Yeah, looking at my list, anything that I dropped either, nothing I would even consider to be an F.
Yeah.
So good there. D.
I do have something I'm going to consider a D,
Okay.
But I've been watching it just because like there were hopes there. I'm probably going to finish it too. But it's I want to love you till your dying day.
Okay, I do remember you talking about that one.
Low key, it's like a girls' love kind of joint, but they're also like in an all girls school.
Okay.
They're fighting and they're at war. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's not good. It's not. It's gruesome. It's bloody. Which I think could be like a factor that some people may stick to it. I really was just hoping that something would get better. It's definitely a D. I wouldn't recommend it to a soul.
I do have something in D. The show I have in D is the XL'd Heavy Knight knows how to game the system. This show absolutely stinks. But shout out to my guy. We heard from Frozen for the first time in a long time. He commented on the thread of this particular show and said he actually enjoys it. And I respect Frozen's taste because he has a lot of great taste. But he says he just binged 5 episodes and it's high key my shit. But I can definitely see this not being a good week to week watch at all. This low key made me want to do some gaming, which I absolutely feel. And this is why this is continuing to be in watch instead of dropped. Because even though the episodes are about 8 minutes long, with all the fluff and filler and camera sweeps that they do and recaps of the same conversations over and over and over again, worst pacing of all time, there is something innately interesting or intriguing about the gaming aspect of it. Because I absolutely love MMOs and I absolutely love RPGs, and they are taking those little pieces that they are giving us of it, and they're doing it well. And I'm curious to see where it goes from here, like how he grinds up a lower level character or how he grinds up money. I know all about grinding up money because I'm a Black Desert Online player or former Black Desert Online player. That's literally all you did the entire game is grind money. So I'm curious about that stuff, and that's why I want to keep watching, even though every time I turn it on, I'm fucking rolling my eyes and I'm like, ugh, okay. If we got a camera sweep through this town again, this ugly ass town, which I think looks gross. I don't know why everybody says animation looks so great. It doesn't. It looks awful. And every time they do those camera sweeps and they do fucking ugly ass mosh pit town, and it's like, I don't need to see the same NPC characters walking around talking, having conversations. It's not cool. It doesn't look great. Like, ugh.
So
it's frustrating.
I am going to say this because I wouldn't give it a D. I was going to put it in like a C- kind of spot, right? My issue partially is because, yes, I agree with everything you just said. It's the convenience of things. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's just so convenient that we find a person who can tell us for this. It's so convenient that we can find this right where I need it. It's so convenient that I find as soon as I need. I guess it makes sense. But as soon as I need money, I walk past a person who can help me. You know what I mean? It's so convenient.
Well
it's
said,
so convenient.
God, this made the show even worse for me. Why is it not a D for you?
It's so convenient.
Definitely D material.
It's definitely D material, bro.
Moving up.
This is the most convenient show I've watched this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Very convenient. Moving up to C. Shout out to Rob Stone. Rob Stone says, XO'd Heavy Knight. XO Heavy Knight and then Hananori wants to fight. Is both of his C's. He says C below. Oh, sorry. I guess I didn't need to read that. Both shows are watchable, but will not live long in the memory, as you say. Sorry, that got me good. When I'm not in the mood to be challenged, I just put these two on. Interesting. When I'm not in the mood to be challenged, you put on some whatever shows. That is a good way.
That makes sense. That's a mood.
That's a good mood, man. I didn't even put that together. But in C, I will put Hananori as well in there for me.
I agree with that.
That's a C show. Very average. Not bad, but not good.
Kaiju Girl Caramelise. I know you're not watching that one. Very C-ish show, very childish love, but it is this little interesting aspect with her turning into a giant kaiju every time she gets emotionally unstable and destroys the fucking city, and they're trying to figure out and balance that little energy.
Yeah.
It's cute, Is it good? No. But it's C. I can see why somebody would watch it. My daughters love seeing how cute it is. And they like, oh my God, why she turned into a monster? Yes. Yes. But is it good? No. It's C, super C-ish.
Tomb Raider King is in C for me.
That works for me. I know I thought, and I'm glad you put it in C, because I thought you were more impressed with this show than I was. I think the show is cool, but I am very unimpressed by it.
Yeah, very much a C-ass show. Same with The Villager of level 999. It is C as well for me.
Also agree. That's exactly where I put it, because it can't go any higher than that.
No.
It has some bones to it, but those bones are still picked flesh. Like the meat is picked clean off those bones.
That's a good point. You're not watching this one, but Heroine Saint. No, I am, and all works made, and I'm proud of it. That's a C-ass show.
Mm-hmm.
I became a legend after my 10-year-long last stand.
Another C-ass show.
Another C-ass show.
Fucking chicken carrying around that show. Chicken carry simulator.
That is a fact. You know what? I'm actually enjoying that one more. The Inept Prince Fugitive Grabs for the Throne is a C-ass show.
Oh, the furtive grab for the throne. Yes. Where else am I at?
I think that's it for C-wise. I was
gonna say, you might disagree with me on this one, but the Frontier lore begins with 0 subjects.
C. Okay.
It's like I said, C plus ish. Like there's some things I really like about it. I would say it's better than probably everything else there.
Yeah.
But I still feel like it's just a C.
Okay. Interesting. Wow.
Do we put Hananori-san in C, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm good to move on.
For me personally.
Yeah.
For me personally, going to B, the Frontier lore begins with 0 subjects. I think that's a B. Way better than average for me personally. To be honest, it's getting up to B plus territory with the shit that's happening with the most recent episode and coming in.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be some conversations need to be had for lack of a spoiler's sake, but this is going to go in the B minus category. So this is going to be definitely above the C category and C plus territory, but it's definitely B minus for me, and that's from overshadowed to overpowered second reincarnation of a talentless mage or talentless sage. Great show though, but it's not quite a B flat. It's a B minus. It's like 79 or 80, somewhere around there.
So I'm literally feeling the same thing, because I was like, it's got C plus mentality.
Yeah.
It's got B mentality with C plus like
execution.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm tired
that's
of
why
him.
It's a B minus.
Slight spoilers. I'm tired of him just not showing out. Just show the fuck out.
Yeah.
And it just gets so frustrating when he just chooses not to. Like we see the title of the show, and right now you be in this. I'm so glad.
Pushover.
Yeah.
Like
Yep. I'm so glad what happened.
It's just
the people not watching.
Why are you it makes sense, but it can only make sense because we watching. If you wasn't watching, it probably don't make sense. But he being a pushover for the sake of like not stirring stuff up, and it's like, nah, man, stir the pot. Yep. get wild out there. You letting them talk all this trash when literally the person who they all respect, you could mop right now. You know what I mean?
100%.
And just, you ain't got to let them know I could mop the person y'all all respect, but just let them know like, hey, look, I'm clean too. Yeah. I get busy. That's all.
Literally.
That's all I'm trying to let you know. I get down. Super B minus show, but it could get better.
I kind of want to stay B minus for me personally though. The Duke's son claimed he won't love me yet, but he showered me with admiration. Really good, but it's B minus.
Yes, and that is also how I feel about the world's strongest rear guard.
Yes, B minus. Yes, because it is better than C for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
it's overall enjoyable. I like how it progresses. I like a lot of things about the show. It's just it has C quality, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But it has a lot of B like progression and storytelling and beats and stuff.
It's very unique. It's unique enough, even though you've seen it before, but it's unique enough to stand on its own.
And this most recent episode gave me like MMO find things for this certain thing to build up your like deity stats kind of joint. I was like, okay, cool. I like this. But once again, still very C grade kind of material, but I can put it in B minus for execution of certain things.
Rob Stone for a flat B says, "Oh boy, I was wrong about her. Good, solid show. I like the MC, but I prefer the romance of other shows, including the returning shows this season." Yeah, that's where I am with "Oh boy, I was wrong about her." I'm at probably B plus because I enjoyed it a lot more than I do what I have in the flat B area.
And that is 100% yes. Because I was about to be like, I'm not sure about a B because there's some, yes, there are things that take it away from an A for me, but I feel like it was bordering closer to a B plus.
Yeah. Because
it is one of those shows also this season, I gotta turn it on.
Yes.
It's a good sleeper pick. I never mind watching it. I have not sighed out of like one time to turn this show on. So I can't feel like, I feel like a B is a little harsh. I can see it, but I can't be it. The B plus is where I would put it at.
To slide back to B minus though, I'm gonna just the Oblivious Saint can't contain her power, B minus. And Ogre's Bride, I'm gonna put in B minus as well. Yes. I like Ogre's Bride, but again, I said this before. Did you catch up on it?
No, not yet. Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna talk about how dangerous it's getting again. To me, it's getting very dangerous again. And once Till watch it, we will have that conversation. But it's definitely worth watching. You gotta before I even speak on it more, watch it. And maybe you're starting to understand where I'm coming from, Crystal. It is dangerous. It's a dangerous show to watch. So that's B minus as well. Let's see. Am I done with B's? I'm not going to do the returning shows, obviously. We're going to save that for
Yeah.
Oh. No, yeah, okay. No, let's go. Okay.
That's okay. Yeah, I think everything else I have. Yeah, everything else I have, I'm going to put in a higher category.
To continue with Rob Stone's then, B plus, Rich Girl Caretaker. It shouldn't be this good, but it's just a comfortable anime with an endearing characters. I'm gonna get to that a little bit later. So his B plus is Inept Prince, a lot more depth than I was expecting. Probably my surprise of the season, Victoria of Many Faces. It's my sleeper, and it's a really good show so far. Focusing on the main characters and their lives, but the ropey animation did get me in the last episode for some reason. Should be firing on all cylinders soon. On the end of the last episode, Draw This, Then Die, a good mix of episodes focusing on the process of making manga and on the characters' lives. The characters' growth in this has really been nice to see. Yeah, that one's going to get touched. I can't wait. Okay. So to move to the A minus A category, I'm going to say A minus for me personally. Yeah, A minus, A Livid Lady's Guide to Getting Even, How I Crushed the Homeland with my might of my grimoires.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect placement.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's just so good. And then this week's episode could have been this week's episode, which aired yesterday, or today, the day we were recording this. Excuse me, was fantastic. And I'm just looking forward to more. But it's definitely an A minus territory for what we talked about earlier, the animation. If it had just a little bit more budget and effort put into that animation, especially with the fight that happened this week, it'd definitely be a plus show.
Because it is firing on all cylinders. Absolutely. For so many other aspects of the show.
Oh my God, the Get Back has been fun.
Yeah, but yeah, agreed. I was literally thinking the same exact thing for A minus.
Unseen Beneath the Moonlight Sky is an A.
I also agree there.
Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky. Sorry.
I love the execution of this show.
Whew.
I think we talked about it before with how they handle the visuals, how they handle just how the show gets carried along. I would say in the beginning, it felt like, oh, I've seen this before. But now I'm just like, I'm here for this. That's all I care about.
So wonderful.
I'm here for this. It's a great show.
It's so wonderful. I mean, like, it's absolutely brilliant. What else we got in A? Oh, for me personally, A, rich girl caretaker. I'm secretly the caregiver.
Yeah.
Of the most popular girl in the rich kid school. I love this show. Great characters, like Rob said, very endearing.
And
one of my favorites.
Yeah, I got to catch up on that one. I've been, like I said, I know you really enjoyed it, so I've been in that mentality where I want to give it a fair shot. So I haven't necessarily watched it yet. But for A for me, because I do enjoy it, and I know Polo probably gonna put it higher, but I apologize. Victoria Many Faces.
Yes, that's exactly
this week's episode. This week's episode was great. I loved how this played out. And to me, it just showed more dynamics to what we're going to get. And then it ended on this fucking cliffhanger where I was like, ugh, oh, so we about to do this now. Yep. You know what I mean? And I just felt compelled to watch more. If this was a binge, it would be done already. Absolutely. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Phenomenal show already.
Well said. Another A for me personally, which is a shock. The Oblivious Saint Can't Contain Her Power. Dude, I'm fucking loving this one so much. And it could probably be A minus because it suffers from the same thing the Livid does in this poor animation. But the storytelling has been phenomenal to me. I love it. The
big brother.
Yeah.
I got a problem with him.
No, it was
I know.
It was okay. So it was fucked up. It was absolutely fucked up.
He was. I know what he was doing, right? And that's why I'm not actually like. I'm like, it's for the plot.
But it does seem like he was legit falling, though. You know?
Yeah. No, I think his feelings are legit, right?
Okay.
But I think what he did was to move his brother forward.
That's exactly my thoughts too. Yeah.
And he did actually love this girl, and that was the thing. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh. Yep. You suck, but also I appreciate what you're doing as a character. You know what I mean? What the development pushes forward. Yep. So yeah, this episode was great too.
Smoking behind the supermarket with you is an A. It's the easiest A I've ever given in my life.
This is mind you, cigarettes, the Breathe Easy show for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like without the cigarette. Like I literally breathe easy watching this show. I just turn it on. I'm like, oh, yeah.
It's relaxing. A breath of fresh air. Pun intended again.
Right. Like it turned on good show. Yep. Yeah.
That's easy. Ghost in the Shell. The Ghost in the Shell.
I was gonna say I got 2 A pluses, but go ahead.
Yeah, the Ghost in the Shell is. I'm tempted to go A plus here.
That's what I'm going. I think so overall, and I can't say it's not, because it's one of the most enjoyable watches.
Yes.
It's a super easy watch.
Yes.
It's super nostalgic while feeling new. It's doing too much, and I feel like an A plus. And you might not agree. I feel like an A plus is damn near giving it too little. The show is. It's amazing, man. And it's incredible. I feel like it's so true to Ghost in the Shell while being its own thing still. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just it almost feels like repackaged in a way that sets it apart while being true to what it is. That's all it is. And I love it.
I'm going to say this and I mean it. I know a lot of people probably won't like it saying it. Probably even you might not like what I'm about to say. But it's definitely the brotherhood to the Full Metal Alchemist, in my opinion. Ghost in the Shell is Full Metal Alchemist, and then Brotherhood is the Ghost in the Shell. It's essentially the same thing. And they're both brilliant, but this is just so much better. And again, probably because it's following the source material, going exactly how it was built in the manga, which they should have done in the first place. But I understand why they didn't in that movie, in the standalone complex back then. Because in that time frame, you couldn't do what they're doing in this show. In it land back then. Like, it wouldn't land the same because back then anime like this was for the adults. You either had to make it Dragon Ball Z or you had to make it Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, full-fledged adult. While this is that, but it just offers so much more personality because it just fits this time more. I don't know if that makes sense, but I believe it.
Bro, so much more personality is exactly it. It's just, it's its own living entity at this point. It's crazy good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then last A+.
I'm in that Villainess.
Yep.
Come on, man. This, like I said, this and The Ghost in the Shell are the easiest watches. I literally turn them on and I'm ecstatic.
Yep.
Happy to watch every single time. Though I am in that Villainous, it just delivers everything I want on this, like these characters, their relationships, their grudges and everything like that. And like what Polo said, the voice acting, because like I know it is a little harder to gauge in the dub. I mean the dub, which is making me want to
You mean the sub?
Yeah, the subtitles. It is making me want to check out the dub more because I know that for sure my brain will be like, oh, I can pick up on it quicker.
Yep. And it's clean.
But it is
it's
something
so
I
clean.
noticed in the sub, and I think it's a phenomenal show. And I will never in my life not tell someone to watch what I just watched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you can recommend it to this is a show you can recommend to non-anime watchers, I think, in my personal opinion. Easy.
Yeah, man.
Easy.
Because it's I feel like it's somewhat dramatic while not being over dramatic. You know what I mean?
Let me read Rob Stone's A real quick. Jagged Wires. I started this morning and binged the dubbed. Obviously, it is beautiful, but the story is engaging. It is as engaging as it is with Orb. I love the exploration of the more unusual time period and the inclusion of real people and events. The rise and fall of the I accidentally clicked it. It lost my spot. The rise and fall of the Mongol Empire is fascinating period of history, and this looks like it to be handling it very handedly. As an aside, they got the Mongolian sumo wrestlers to voice the Mongolians in the first few episodes. Oh, that's dope. Before the main character learns the language. Wow, that's dope. That's okay. When you watch Jaguar, you understand. But including Tamawashi, who is one of my favorite wrestlers. That's incredible. A surprising crossover with one of my favorite sports. Though I am an Inept Villainess, a great show. I love that it is scratching the Apothecary Diaries itch whilst twisting the characters and formula enough to carve its own identity. And I think that is very important because it is very much Apothecary Diaries adjacent, but it has this very unique, special quality to its characters and its world and its whole spin on it and the twists and turns and I love it, man. I love it. Mm-hmm. I never wanted to root for somebody more.
Man, and it's like, I'm going to tell you this. It makes me root for development for one character. But, you know, it's crazy. Imagine, like, me and Polo playing the game. Polo been playing this game all his life at a disadvantage, but he made it look sexy. You feel me? He made it look easy. And then we switch stats. And it's like, yo, I got all the Polo stats. Yo, I'm about to make this game easy. I'm about to win. And then you like, hold up, bro. Why you got a -100 to everything?
Because it takes skill, too.
Why you got a -100 on everything? And then Polo like, hold up, I got a healthy body. I got everything. Are you serious? And now he can run the show even better than he did before because he literally can make it pop out like that. And this is like,
oh, so good, such a good concept.
Oh my God, I love this show.
It's so good. It's perfect. It's perfect. So let's talk about Crystal's. Crystal grades. Hers is going to be easy. You and I are polar opposite. Season 2, she gave an A. Though I am the Inept Villainess, she gave an A-. Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky, she gave an A. For Forsaken Saintess in her foodie road trip in another world, B-. A Living Lady's Guide to Getting Even. So I crushed my own man with my Mighty Grimoires, an A. Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games, C/C+. The Oblivious Saint can contain her power. She gave an A. Victoria of Many Faces, she gave an A. Heroine Saint, no, I'm an all works maid and I'm proud of it. She gave an A minus. Hana Kimi, season 2. She gave a B plus. Tomb Raider King, she gave a C. Bungo Stray Dogs Wand 2. What the hell is that? B.
And I think that's like a little cute spinoff.
Oh, okay. The Duke's Sons claims he won't love me, but he showers me with admiration. B plus. And the Ogre's Bride, A plus for the Ogre's Bride. That show's dangerous, man. It's dangerous. I think that's my wife's favorite show too, is the Ogre's Bride. But we'll see after she's finished watching Inept, Villainess, because I think she's watching it right now as we speak. So yeah, now let's talk about overall scores for the midterms, bro. Where do you think we lie in our grades?
We got actually a decent amount of A's.
We do.
We got but all right. I think it's actually pretty evenly dispersed for all the new shows in every category except for D, right? We only got 1 D.
How many pluses we got for A?
2 pluses.
Okay.
Or at least for me.
Yeah.
I don't know where you sitting on the Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, that was A plus for me.
Okay. So those A pluses carry heavy for this season. But then we still have like 2 or 3 A's? A's to A minuses?
Oh yeah.
So we got some good shows this season. We have 4? We probably have 4 or 5 B's as well.
Damn.
We have 5 C's and 1 D.
Interesting. Is it at a B flat? What'd you say?
B minus, I think, because of the D pulling down.
Yep.
But the A pluses are still, I think we're at probably a B minus right there.
So the average will be a B minus for us. Interesting stuff. And you know what? Now that I think about it, when you take a step back, because you're not counting the shows you drop, right? So you're not counting fucking Black Torch or whatever that bullshit was. So you're not counting any of that. B minus is where I'm comfortable.
Right.
I'm probably
I do.
Let's call it B. Let's give it a hard B. You down with that?
I'm down with that. That works for me.
Yeah,
fucking Black Torch. Fuck.
Average B for the season. I'm with that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, MCWW B. Yeah, that works. That works for me. But I think also looking at a lot of other people's lists that we have, or the list that we do have presented to us, a B that seems accurate for just about everybody, because I don't see too many. Well, I don't know. Crystal.
Crystal's an A.
Yeah, she's definitely sitting at A to B plus based on most of what she got here.
Rob Stones, I'll say, let's see the rest of his real quick. Oh, he has more though. He says he has yet to start Thunder 3, Smoking Behind the Supermarket. Please watch Smoking Behind the Supermarket. It's so good. Sparks of Tomorrow, don't watch that. Red River, and all the returning shows that have been strong. So overall, it's a very good season so far. I'm going to say it's looking like he might be a B as well, because he has mostly 2 A's, a couple of B's in there, quite a few B's. Yeah, so he's probably B minus, average. It's good stuff, man. Good season. Surprisingly good season. At the beginning, I was concerned. That it wasn't going to be this great. You know what I mean? Like, I was worried. Yeah. I was definitely worried. All right. Let's do a quick get to know Mic Check Waifu, and then slide over to Bleach Talk. I'll roll the random number generator. So you read the question associated with whatever number I roll. 40.
Hold up, I'm almost there. 40. 40 is not present.
Not present. 39.
39 is not present.
59.
59 is not present.
I love it. 84.
84 is not present.
81.
81 is present. Do you enjoy anime crossovers?
No. You know what? Let me take that back. Because because I don't know if this is the thing that they were referring to. They're probably talking about two anime shows crossovering, is referring to that question. What I like is when the crossover is done extremely well, and I'm gonna give you the perfect example. Wuthering Waves. It's a mobile gacha game. I do enjoy from time to time. Actually, I do enjoy it quite a bit. It's probably the one I have the most time in. And Wuthering Waves just had a Cyberpunk's Edge Runners crossover. And it was done so extremely well, Tell, that what it is that it's actually a canonical event for Cyberpunk Edge Runners Season 1. It's canonically a part of the story. And it is captivating. I cried. It is very, 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 very important. I mean, they got the voice actors. They got fucking Misty. It was phenomenal because it brought not only the game, but Edge Runners, the anime, together into this one little crossover event in Wuthering Waves, while still being true to what Wuthering Waves is. It was phenomenal. It was great.
Epic.
So that's the only one.
So I'm gonna bring up two examples. One being like what Polo said, a video game or a game, Epic 7. They did two of my favorite anime crossovers. One was Full Metal Alchemist, and the character
they had a story to it though.
Yeah, they had a story for it too.
Oh, dope.
Edward Elric is still a pivotal character in that game. If you do the competitive scene where you're actually doing ranked battles, Edward Elric is still very good in that game. And then they also did ReZero, where Rem is a must on your competitive team, your ranked team. If you don't have Rem, you're probably not going to make it into the top. But they also have stories coinciding with it, where like he goes to Rem and they're fighting and they're thinking that like the monsters in Epic 7 are Mob Beast, and they're not. You know what I mean? They're trying to get reassessed to this world, and it's like this is not the world we're used to. Very interesting story. That was a good one. But also I think about Death Parade and they had a Death Note episode, if I'm not mistaken, where it was supposed to be L.
I don't remember that. Was it that?
It was a Death Note.
It was something.
It was
like
a
that.
Death. Yeah, but I think that there are ways to do it better. But I also have to refresh my memory on it. But I like stuff like that where it's easy for fans who may have enjoyed something to kind of get a slight glimpse at it. Like even the Demons of the Shadow Realm, and they show
I think those are a little forced though.
Yeah, that's actually forced. Yeah. But you don't have to do it and make it overwhelming. Like you gotta see like, oh, I'm super whatever. But like how they did it on the TV screen, so you didn't even really have to like pay too much attention to it.
It just makes me say, all right. Like, okay, all right.
My heart's broken, I know.
You just do it. Like, you're just doing it. You're just doing it just to
mess with people.
No, just to get a reaction, just to get some virality. And I think that's corny. So I don't like Damon's ones at all. I did like Polar Opposites with what's that other one, the Netflix joint? You and I are Polar Opposites, and they had like it's a very brief. What was that one we watched last season? It must not have been that great. Can't remember.
Netflix?
It was on Netflix. You liked it a lot. It's by the same creator of You and I Are the Polar Opposites. It's a really good show. I don't think it was bad. They already got a second season announced for it. I can't remember what the hell it was though. Crystal's yelling at her phone right now. Hey, blah, 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 blah. What the hell is it?
Not Shoshi Man.
Freezing something. Freezing something. Whatever. It was the slice of life joint.
Ramparts of Ice.
That's it. That's it. That's the exact one. So they had crossovers where you and I are polar opposites. Like you could see a couple of main characters in the background of Ramparts of Ice. And they had like an ending credit scene in one of the episodes as well on Ramparts of Ice. That was pretty good. They do a great job. But other than that, I'm not a big fan of it because I don't know. It's just sometimes it just be a little forced. All right. With that out the way, let's talk Bleach. Bleach talk. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah.
So what did you think about the fight between Ichigo and Yuat?
I think exactly what I said before is about to happen. Yuat is going to make him go through every form that he can possibly muster.
Wasn't it clear that they was going to try to make him the Soul King? Am I tripping? They trying to make it seem like it was a big reveal this episode, but it was kind of clear.
Yeah. I feel like that was obvious, right?
Okay.
But he about to make him go through every form, and it's going to be some kind of like collection of that power, right? I imagine that he has to do that maybe to become the Soul King. Yeah. Very predictable.
Yeah.
But man, do I love how they do some things here.
I'm just sad we didn't get a continuation of what's his name? I don't have the list pulled up in front of me. I'm terrible.
What's his name? What's his name? I know what you're saying.
Kanasagi, I think is that it. Why am I so bad with Bleach names?
It's okay. They all got
it's a
Kisuke.
Kisuke. Yeah.
Kisuke Yorihara.
And it's a billion of them.
Right. He said it's a billion of them. Right. Yeah. But I don't think we probably gonna spin back to him for a little bit.
Now we got Byakuya and Itagawa and Kenpachi together. That's an interesting team.
Well, you got to put Kenpachi in to shake some stuff up.
He's a demon, man.
Absolutely, through and through. So yeah, we got that. How many episodes are we getting? 10 episodes?
Yeah, it's only 10. It's gonna be it is done.
I'm not sure how they're gonna pace this.
I think they're pacing it really well right now. Because right now, obviously, we're going through the major fucking Quincy's, right? So the major Quincy captains, or if you lack of a better term. So it's paced very well because we already got one down and 3 more to go. So when you look at it that way, I think it's paced.
So you think that's enough time to handle your watch and for Uryu to handle his fight as well? Yeah.
So if you spin,
because they do a lot of it parallel. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
so you handle a lot of these fights parallel.
Exactly right. So if you parallel Uryu's and Ichigo's, that can last up to the 10. But the Captain America Quincy and then the other two Quincy's.
This man said Captain America.
I think is it 2 or 1? I think it's 1 because I think what's his name killed the other one. Yeah, the other one. Yeah, it's only one other one outside of Captain America. So in the one that Uryu was fighting. So I think we're good.
Mm-hmm.
If they just take 2 episodes each, that close that out nicely. Which don't tell anybody I said this, but fucking make sure it's the right studio. Period Films is doing their thing. Oh, but Period Films, I think, is different than Period. Yeah, it's different than Studio Period. But they're doing their goddamn thing, though. God, I can't believe they're coming back.
Yeah, this is their high budget team.
Yeah, 18.
This is hey, we dropped a bag for this.
It's definitely 18 for sure.
Yeah,
they're doing quite well.
Do you think what we said last week persists? Continue to push push through on Ichigo's power.
Yep.
What do you think they're going to show next week though? Because I feel like they're going to remove, like, we're not going to see much of Ichigo next week as well. They're going to move back to.
We got to go back to Kisuke.
Yeah.
Kisuke Uryu, and then Captain America.
Well, we know why we go back to Kisuke though, because his fight is over.
His fight is over, but he was in the middle of being saved, right? So they gotta put a cap on that, and I think that's probably how we're gonna start. Like
quick touch on that.
Yep, let that finish through, and then pop over to Captain America, intertwine some Ichigo and Uryu. They gave Uryu like 2 sentences in there.
Right, Uryu. What am I supposed to do again? Nah.
That's pretty much it. But hey, man, with that, I think that's a wrap. Episode 361 of Mic Check Waifu. Thank y'all so much for listening. I'm at Polo Born Fly on all social media.
I'm at King Taliano on all social media.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Review us on Spotify, because apparently we lost our rating when we got re-added for the video version. Mm-hmm. So if you could re-rate us on Spotify, that'd be amazing. You obviously have to listen on Spotify, so if you to rate, but if you do, make sure you re-rate us again. That would be great. Preferably 5 stars, so that more listeners to this podcast. But as always, Mic check.
Peace out.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu. Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?